Hi there, Mark Carlson here. So what does it mean, this video, what does it mean to trust the divine? What does it mean? How can we know that we're in trust with the divine? And of course we are spiritual beings having the occasional human experience. It's not the other way around. We are spiritual beings. We come here time and time again. So look, if you're worried, afraid, or in fear of any sort, then you're not trusting the divine. As spiritual as you might think you are, you're not trusting. And so if you look at the way life is, we operate from this center. This is where our program goes on. This is where the software that's come from your tribe originates. It's in here, and this is where all our problems lie, because the mind sees things as separate. That's the illusion of being on this planet, but it's the one we signed up for, to experience separation. But from a viewpoint that is separate, there's always going to be fear and worry, because we don't see that we're connected to everything, and we don't see our source as being love. But the truth is, we are love, all of us. It doesn't matter which part you're playing here. We are love, and we will go back to the source that is love. And the part of us in the physical realm that is love operates here, right? So what we've got to learn to do is to let go of what goes on here, especially if it's problematic for us, and get here, excuse me, and get here as quickly as we possibly can, because when we see life from here, it will be full of challenges, because separation gives us fear. Of course it does, because we are essentially from a place that is love and connected to everything everywhere. And then we drop into these physical bodies and find ourselves as separate. So there's this deep-seated fear about life that will play for all of us in different arenas. And if we keep looking from here, then we don't get to the truth. So look, trusting the divine means that you know you're going to be looked after. If you keep operating from here, whatever you see here will manifest in this physical reality, because that's the way life works. So you've got to move to this place, because when we're here, we find solutions. So the way to do it is to let go of the problem, and you give it to your divine. It doesn't matter even if you don't believe in God. Give it to love. If you believe in love, then give it to love. But if you have a God that you believe in, then give it to your God. So when you have a problem, you say, thy will be done. I will give you this problem because I can't sort it out, not from this place. And then you come back to where life is always okay. And that's in this moment. You check out where your feet are. This is the undeniable truth, right, about your life. Wherever your feet are right now, that's an undeniable truth about where you are in life at this particular moment. You look and you say, I cannot deny the fact that I'm here, in my case sitting on this stool looking at the camera. I cannot deny that as truth. And if I look at my reality in this moment, there's nothing for me to worry about. I've got enough food, coffee, water and air in my system. I'm okay, and I'm always okay. Now my mind will tell me different. There's loads of things that you should be afraid of. But if I work on being here where my heart is ticking, and I keep looking at this moment and realize actually I'm okay here, and the truth is, I know it's cliche to the max, but the truth is I'm only ever here. I'm never anywhere else. I'm always only here. And if I keep coming back to here, what I'm actually essentially doing when I come here is I connect to the divine. I connect to everything everywhere which exists, which of course includes the divine. How could it not? Because everything's going on in this moment, right? You can't deny that. Everything is going on right now, including the divine, or the divinity within us and the divinity everywhere. It's happening now. So when I bring myself here, I can relax and I can have fun again, right? Because it's only when I go up here that I can't have fun, because I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and that might go wrong. Now, I'm not saying that you should shirk responsibility in any way. You've got to do the things you've got to do, but do them from a place that operates here, right? So when you've got a problem that you cannot seem to sort out, give it authentically up. Thy will be done. I give you this problem so I can have a laugh again, right? So I can live my life. I will trust that I am with you and you are with me, meaning the divine, right? The spiritual part of you. I'm going to trust, I'm going to give in, I'm going to give up, and I'm going to give you my problem and then keep doing life, but from a place of happiness. Because you can only be happy when you're here, right? The two things that bring us into the moment are tremendous pain and tremendous laughter. You may as well have the laughter one, right? When you're really laughing your head off, and look at that idiom, laughing my head off. It's exactly what's happening, right? You take all the crap that's in your head off and you laugh at the moment. And when you break down or break through, if you've ever been in that place where it's just too much, it's too overwhelming, so you break down. And you go to the floor and break down and cry instead of laughing. You choose to do the crying way. And you cry and everything all of a sudden disappears because you've cried your head off. You've got off all the crap that's going on in your mind, you see. So to connect with the divine, I've got to get here. And I've got to do it again and again and again. And the quick way to do it is to give your problems to the divine. Now, you can't just say this, okay, there's my problem, off you go, and then, 30 seconds later you start worrying about it again. That's not giving it up. This means you completely give it up. You say, your will be done. Thank you. I'm going to trust, because the divine has your back all the time. Even if you worry your entire life, the divine will be waiting for you when you leave the body, because you are the divine, essentially. We're all the same thing. We're all one. It doesn't matter which part we're playing here, whether that's an incredibly evil part or an incredibly altruistic, loving part. It doesn't matter. The fact is, we go back to love. We always do. But we can have that loving vibration right now. If we watch this narrative, if we follow this narrative, there's so much fear in it, right? Everything that comes at us, the information, especially now in this particular point in time where we're at. So more than ever, we need to get to a heart-centered place so we are loving our own individual experience. And of course, what happens then is your vibration lifts, your immune system absolutely lifts when you're feeling good about who you are in the moment. And you do that by giving your problems up. Give them up. You don't need to be following any particular religion to do this. This is religious because you're connecting with the divine. It's not religious in that you're following a particular religion, because most of those have particular rules and regulations around the religion, right? And the greatest respect to all of your respective religions. But you don't need to be religious to do this. You can do this regardless of what you believe. If you don't believe in God at all, give it to love. Believe in love and give it up to love, a higher vibrational force that knows better than we do, okay? But the answer is to keep coming back to where your heart's ticking and have fun with being where you are. Give your problems away and have an absolutely fantastic day today when you watch this. Thank you.